Ever wondered what's hidden beneath the glitzy surface of China's largest cities? Today, we dive into Guangzhou, famous for its skyline and economic might, but with a darker side that's often overlooked. From political pressures to the struggles of migrant workers, Guangzhou's untold truths reveal a complex reality. Stay with Eagle Discovery as we uncover what China doesn't want you to know. Guangzhou's modern role and global impact. Guangzhou often grabs attention for its rapid development and economic strength. But have you ever paused to consider the hidden side of this bustling metropolis? Beneath its shining skyline and thriving industries lies a reality that might surprise you. In this article, we uncover some startling truths about Guangzhou, truths that have long remained concealed from the public. Hey there, where are you from? I want to know which city you're watching our video from. Please leave a comment so we don't feel lonely. A small action like this will motivate us to make more videos. Thank you and much love to you. You may already be aware of Guangzhou's impressive rise as a global city, but what exactly makes it so significant on the world stage? As a central figure in the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area, Guangzhou plays a pivotal role in one of China's most ambitious development projects. This initiative seeks to connect some of the world's most innovative cities through trade and technological collaboration, positioning Guangzhou as a key global hub. Moreover, the city is an integral part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, linking it to countries across Asia, Europe, and Africa, cementing its place as a cornerstone of global economic growth. However, while the world celebrates the city's economic expansion, the true cost of this progress remains largely obscured. With a population exceeding 23 million, Guangzhou faces challenges that are not immediately visible to outsiders. These range from growing social tensions to the political forces that shape the everyday lives of its citizens, adding complexity to its seemingly prosperous image. When it comes to international recognition, Guangzhou certainly does not go unnoticed. In fact, it consistently ranks among China's top cities. According to Forbes and China Daily, the city is celebrated as the country's top commercial hub. The Canton Fair, China's oldest and largest trade exhibition, is held here, attracting businesses and investors from all corners of the globe. But while the city's reputation shines, it doesn't fully reflect the experiences of the individuals who power its success. All right. If you're new to this channel, Eagle Discovery warmly welcomes you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell to catch our upcoming content. In 2020, Guangzhou secured second place in the Global Financial Centers Index, solidifying its position as a major financial player in the Asia-Pacific region. While cities like Hong Kong, Singapore, and Tokyo are globally renowned, Guangzhou's economic transformation is reshaping the financial landscape of the region. Yet, despite this wealth, migrant workers who contribute to the city's growth continue to endure harsh living and working conditions that often go unnoticed. Guangzhou's swift rise has earned it a spot among the world's top cities, classified as a first-tier alpha metropolis, alongside global powerhouses like San Francisco and Stockholm. It is not merely about wealth, it's about influence in technology, power, and culture. The city's advanced infrastructure, cutting-edge technologies, and growing influence in fields like artificial intelligence and green energy exemplify China's global reach. Yet, this success has come at a steep price. The city's rapid urbanization has caused housing prices to soar, making homeownership out of reach for most working-class residents in the city center. Consequently, millions of migrant workers, primarily from rural areas, move to Guangzhou in search of a better life. Unfortunately, many of them find themselves exploited in the city's factories and construction sites, working under harsh conditions for minimal pay. Despite Guangzhou's wealth, glaring inequality exists, with a stark contrast between the elite and the migrant workers who power its industries. Many of these workers live in overcrowded, substandard conditions on the outskirts of the city, with limited access to basic services like clean water, healthcare, and education. While Guangzhou may appear as a modern marvel, the reality for many of its residents is far from the polished image portrayed in the media. Perhaps the most shocking aspect of Guangzhou's rise is the treatment of the very individuals who contribute to its success. Migrant workers from China's poorest provinces make up a large portion of the labor force in industries like electronics, textiles, and construction. Despite their crucial role in driving the city's economic growth, these workers often endure poor working conditions, long hours, and low pay. Many live in cramped, unsanitary housing, with limited access to essential rights and services. For instance, in 2024, over 12 million migrant workers in Guangdong province live in poverty, even though their labor contributes significantly to the region's economic output. Their living conditions are a sharp contrast to the wealth and success Guangzhou enjoys globally. This growing divide between the wealthy elite and the working class has contributed to rising social unrest in the city. Workers have organized protests demanding better wages, improved working conditions, and fundamental human rights. However, these protests are frequently met with force, and the voices of the workers are suppressed by the government's authority. While Guangzhou's economic prosperity is undeniable, it has come at a significant environmental cost. The city's rapid industrial growth has led to severe air pollution, with levels often surpassing international safety standards. Guangzhou's environmental impact extends beyond its borders, as emissions from its factories and power plants contribute to the broader climate crisis. Despite efforts to improve the situation, such as introducing electric buses and promoting solar energy, the city's air quality continues to deteriorate. The long-term effects of this pollution are far-reaching, affecting the health of its residents and exacerbating global climate change. Yet, even as the city touts its green initiatives, the damage to its environment remains a pressing concern. In many ways, Guangzhou represents a city of contrasts. On one hand, it is a global economic powerhouse, a central hub of trade, technology, and culture. On the other hand, it is a place where deep-seated inequality persists. Workers face exploitation, and environmental degradation threatens the future of its inhabitants. The city's glittering reputation masks a more complex reality, one that might be unexpected to many. Guangzhou's impressive infrastructure. Guangzhou is not just a city, it is a dynamic global hub that connects China with the world. Let's take a closer look at the infrastructure that fuels this thriving metropolis and how it is shaping the future of urban development. First, let's highlight Guangzhou Baiyun International Airport, the third busiest airport in China by passenger traffic, welcoming over 70 million travelers each year. Baiyun serves as a critical gateway to southern China, connecting Guangzhou to both business and tourism worldwide. But what's beyond the impressive statistics? In recent years, Baiyun has embraced technological advancements, incorporating AI-driven systems for quicker check-ins and automated baggage handling. While these innovations keep the airport running smoothly, it's also important to recognize the workers who ensure everything functions seamlessly behind the scenes. Next, we have the port of Guangzhou, the fourth largest port in China by cargo volume. This vital hub processes millions of containers annually, significantly contributing to China's trade network and global economic influence. As part of the Belt and Road Initiative, the port of Guangzhou is a key player in connecting the city to markets across Asia, Europe, and Africa, thus enhancing the global trade route. Yet, despite generating billions in revenue, the workers who maintain the port's operations often face challenging working conditions that remain largely unacknowledged. Another notable feature is Guangzhou's vast and efficient rail network, which links the city to the rest of mainland China. This extensive system not only facilitates the movement of people, but also plays a significant role in the city's economic development by connecting remote areas to major urban centers. The rail network has created new business and trade opportunities, though like any major infrastructure project, it comes with its own set of challenges. You might be surprised to learn that Guangzhou is also pushing boundaries in cutting-edge technology and transportation. In a world where automation and AI are transforming industries, Guangzhou stands at the forefront, particularly in the realm of 5G technology. For instance, workers at the port are utilizing 5G to remotely unload massive cargo ships, improving both speed and safety. This technology allows workers to operate machinery from miles away, reducing the risk of human error and enhancing efficiency. This innovation doesn't stop at the port. Guangzhou is also testing AI-driven vehicles designed to monitor and manage the transport of containers from the port to trucks. These autonomous vehicles are not only precise and efficient, but are also optimized to enhance the entire logistics process. The integration of AI is transforming how goods are moved, driving down operational costs, and setting the stage for a more streamlined future. Looking ahead, Guangzhou's use of AI, 5G, and automation signals a future where transportation is faster, safer, and more sustainable. While these technologies are groundbreaking, they also bring challenges, particularly around job displacement. As automation advances, some workers may find themselves out of work, raising concerns about the impact on employment in industries heavily reliant on human labor. The combination of cutting-edge technology and infrastructure development positions Guangzhou as a leader in shaping the future of smart cities. However, it's crucial to ensure that the benefits of these innovations are equitably shared and that the workforce is supported through this technological transition. The dark side of Guangzhou. While Guangzhou's economic boom is widely celebrated, have you ever stopped to consider the consequences of such rapid growth? With the city's expansion has come a rise in organized crime, as gangs have seized control of certain neighborhoods, leading to violent clashes for dominance. Areas like Kang and Baiyun have become battlegrounds for criminal groups, with frequent public altercations that disrupt daily life. This violence creates an atmosphere of fear that lingers among the local population. The issue isn't limited to street violence. These criminal organizations have extended their reach into the business world, extorting local companies and destabilizing the neighborhoods they dominate. As the city continues to expand, these criminal networks remain a significant force, impacting the lives of everyday people. Guangzhou has also become a central hub for counterfeit goods. The city is notorious for producing and distributing fake luxury items and electronics, feeding into a massive global trade in counterfeit products. It's estimated that this illicit industry generates billions of dollars annually, with criminal networks at its core. But what are the true costs of these activities? Consumers are deceived into buying substandard goods, and legitimate businesses lose billions each year due to this rampant fraud. With counterfeit products, ranging from luxury watches to high-tech gadgets, sold worldwide, Guangzhou's role in this market has a far-reaching impact. Despite efforts to curb this trade, the immense demand for fake products makes it nearly impossible to fully eliminate this underground economy. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect of Guangzhou's growth is its involvement in the exploitation of vulnerable individuals. As a major international port, the city serves as a hub for smuggled migrants, particularly those en route to Southeast Asia and Africa. Once trafficked into Guangzhou, these individuals are often trapped in a shadow economy built on exploitation. Many become victims of forced labor or are coerced into the sex industry. Criminal groups running these operations profit from the suffering and abuse of these individuals, who are stripped of their fundamental human rights. The living conditions of these victims are appalling, and despite the tireless efforts of international organizations to dismantle trafficking networks, the issue persists. Although Guangzhou is home to impressive infrastructure and modern high-rises, there is a much darker side to the city's rapid urbanization. Despite the gleaming buildings and busy marketplaces, informal settlements and slums are hidden from the public eye. These areas often exist in legal limbo, with many structures built without permits or in violation of building codes. These overcrowded areas lack essential services such as clean water, sanitation, and healthcare. Even more troubling, residents of these informal neighborhoods live under the constant threat of eviction, with no legal protection or resources to resist. In a city known for its financial and technological advancements, it's difficult to understand how so many people can be left behind in such dire conditions. Displacement and marginalization. Guangzhou is often lauded for its remarkable economic growth and technological strides. But there is a side of the city that remains hidden from view, one that uncovers deep-rooted issues of crime, inequality, and exploitation. Have you ever wondered about the consequences when cities grow at such a rapid pace? In Guangzhou, this swift urbanization has come at a significant cost to many of its residents. Former agricultural communities have been overtaken by the city's relentless expansion, turning them into what are now referred to as urban villages. These once prosperous rural areas are now encircled by the ever-expanding concrete landscape of Guangzhou. While many of the original inhabitants still reside in small residential plots, they have lost the land that once provided for them, land they relied on for farming and independence. As the city grows, these displaced villagers are increasingly forced to adjust to life in an urban environment. Meanwhile, an influx of rural migrants, many from poorer regions of China, has flooded these urban villages in search of affordable housing in a city where the cost of living has skyrocketed. These migrants are often subjected to overcrowded, substandard living conditions, lacking essential services, and struggling to survive in spaces that once felt familiar but now resemble a neglected part of the city. Cultural tensions and local identity. Beneath the surface of Guangzhou's rapid growth and economic might lies a hidden tension that is becoming more apparent as the city evolves. As Guangzhou continues to develop, a growing clash between local pride and national identity is emerging. What does this mean for the people of this vibrant city? Let's explore the cultural struggles and the fight to preserve the local identity. A major point of contention is the conflict between Cantonese culture and the national identity centered around Mandarin. The Cantonese people, with their distinct history, traditions, and language, often find themselves at odds with the larger Mandarin-speaking majority in China. As Guangzhou becomes an even more influential economic powerhouse, the pressure to embrace Mandarin as the primary language has reached unprecedented levels. But for a city like Guangzhou, where Cantonese has been deeply ingrained in daily life and culture, what does it mean to watch this rich heritage gradually fade in favor of a national language? While Guangzhou has undeniably prospered economically, the rise of Mandarin has increasingly been equated with success. This shift has caused a generational divide, where the older population remains dedicated to preserving their Cantonese roots, while younger generations perceive Mandarin as the key to social and professional advancement. The real question remains, can Cantonese survive in this rapidly transforming environment, or will it eventually fade into history as a bygone relic? Guangzhou's story is one of stark contrasts. A thriving economic giant marred by inequality, exploitation, and environmental decline. The city's rapid ascent showcases impressive achievements, but it also highlights the challenges that remain largely out of sight. As we continue to explore, it's essential to bring attention to the untold stories that are influencing the future of this complex and intriguing city.